Hey, how you doing? Today we are talking about the new 55 gallon, which is not really so new anymore. It's about 5 months old now. And I'm really starting to feel very pleased with the substrate. It's maturing nicely. And I don't want to talk about that too much today because I have an upcoming video all about substrate and I will discuss that in that video, okay? Now, when I did the substrate, I didn't put very much of any kind of supplements in there, mostly trace elements in a solid form. And so now I find that I have to add root tabs fairly often because, the substrate doesn't have the nutrients that it should yet. So I'm finding that Jobe's fern and palm spikes are really working out for me. I found the idea on some blog or some forum that I was on. And yeah, so I tried out the Jobe's. So you have to get the fern and palm one because that's the one that has the nutrients are all slow release, or they have to have microbes work on them before they can be used by the plant. So you don't get any spikes, okay? You don't get any spikes of nitrogen compounds or phosphates or, yeah, no kind of spikes because nothing in it is soluble in water. So what I do is I take the little spike and I cut it into 3 and I use those as my root tabs. But I usually just try to get it right down into the soil layer. So, not in the gravel, not in the sand, but right down into the soil. And I'm just really, really happy with it because the growth I'm getting is kind of a nice, refined kind of growth. It's not too wild and it's not spindly either, so it's just about right. And the fish are doing well. At the end of June, I went away for a few days. When I came back, my cories were afraid of me and they had decided to become nocturnal as well. So I don't see them anymore much. I have to, make extra effort to see them just at dusk or maybe very early in the morning I see them. So I haven't seen all 6 because I have 6 in there, or I bought 6. So I haven't seen all 6 of them together for a while, but that 6th one had been, it didn't look really healthy. It always went up to the surface for air more often than I thought was good. So it might have died or it might be still there. It was never very social with the other 5, so maybe it's just off in a corner by itself. Who knows? The cardinals now, I bought 12, right? 2 didn't look very good right from the beginning, so I've lost those 2. One of them had developed a very bad spinal deformity. But, I didn't want to euthanize them because I thought they're living a happy life. They're eating. They didn't eat well, but they ate something. And I think they had a good life. So I'm not one to euthanize too fast. Only if a fish looks really in pain, I will euthanize. Now, as for the filters, some of you might have seen my video about pipe filters. So I have 2 pipes, one at that end and one at this end. They are 3-inch ABS pipes. They have a heater in them. There's holes near the bottom so that water can come in. And it's powered by an air pump that's designed for 50 gallons. Well, the air pump is actually a Whisper 100, but I'm only using one side of it. So it's a 50 gallon. I'm assuming that they're equal. 50-gallon rating. So since there's only 40 gallons in the aquarium itself, I'm assuming that that's good. It hasn't given me any problems yet. But the thing is, I want to modify the lower end of the pipe because I would like to get more flow going through. I think because of the heater being in it, it's causing a bit of drag on the flow. And so if I just put in some more holes, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to probably make a video about that as well. Yeah, I want to modify the lower end so that water can come in more easily, and so I will get a better flow. And the flow right now is not really bad, it's just that I want some more. Now the water parameters, I'm just not happy with them. My rocks and I'm not sure if my gravel is doing anything, but the rocks that I chose from my driveway, I took one out because it was visibly, it had visibly dissolved in 2 lines. So it was a smooth rock at first. Now it's got 2 lines in it where it's visibly dissolved into the water. So I took that one out. And it seems to be that the KH and the GH don't seem to be going up and up anymore. They are at levels that are a little bit higher than I wanted. The pH is also a little bit higher than I wanted, but they are within the values that people online say are okay for cories and cardinals. So I'm going to see what happens with that. In the fall, I'm probably going to start adding leaves as well, and that is supposed to help with the high KH and high GH. It should bring the pH down as well. So we'll have to see about that. Don't know yet. What's the future of the tank? I'm thinking that I have some options that I could try out. One of the options is just waiting to see what the leaves do to the water parameters, because I'm not really happy with them, having my cardinals and cories at slightly high KH and GH. I ran the old 55 on 0 KH, and that was really hard. I could tell some mornings that the acidity had, really spiked during the night. So I don't want to be at 0 KH either. So we'll have to see what happens. Oh boy, nothing stays the same, does it? Yeah, so that's one option, is waiting to see what my leaves will do for me. The other thing is I could just change out the stock. I could move my cardinals and cories to a different kind of setup and put some live bears in here. Or I could change this whole scape and just put my cories and cardinals back in it. So we don't know what we're gonna do yet, but if you have any comments, please, just comment and see. If you have any ideas, I'll gladly listen to them. Okay? I thank you all who have subscribed lately and who subscribed before, and all the subscriptions. I'm really grateful for them. Comments are just wonderful. I love comments. Even if you disagree with me, I don't mind. I want to hear what you have to say. Thank you for being with me today, and I will